We dig, we grind. Lessons in the roots, leave the past behind. Get it off your chest, it's Thursday night. Speak your truth, let it shine so bright. Country grit with a rap flow sway. Throw through the storms, find your way. Out here on the land where the heart beats strong, turning wounds to wisdom where we all belong. The garden's our teacher, the grind is our song. We're building a future, come and tag along. Home's homestead, where the real ones grow. Thursday's the night to let your spirit show. Get it off your chest, let the garden glow. It's Oldham's homestead, time to ignite. Life lessons in the dirt, let's get it right. Planting seeds in the storm, turning pain to gain. Struggles make us stronger, sunshine after rain. From the soil to the soul, we dig, we grind. Lessons in the roots, leave the past behind. Get it off your chest, it's Thursday night. Speak your truth, let it shine so bright. Country grit with a rap flow sway. Throw through the storms, find your way. Out here on the land where the heart beats strong, turning wounds to wisdom where we all belong. The garden's our teacher, the grind is our song. We're building a future, come and tag along. Home's homestead, where the real ones grow. Thursday's the night to let your spirit show. Get it off your chest, let the garden glow.
I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. And you ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it, stepping strong, head high, can't nobody touch it. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it. Wake up grinding, blessings flow. Faith on fire, watch me glow. Haters talk, but I stay true. Most high's love gon' see me through. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it, stepping strong, head high, can't nobody touch it. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it. Big steps, no fear, I'm bold. Dreams on fire, heart pure gold. Storms can't stop me, I stay lit. Purpose on lock, I'm built for this. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it, stepping strong, head high, can't nobody touch it. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it. Wake up grinding, blessings flow. Faith on fire, watch me glow. Haters talk, but I stay true. Most high's love gon' see me through. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it, stepping strong, head high, can't nobody touch it. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it. Big steps, no fear, I'm bold. Dreams on fire, heart pure gold. Storms can't stop me, I stay lit. Purpose on lock, I'm built for this. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it, stepping strong, head high, can't nobody touch it. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby. You ain't gotta like it. Long as the most high love it, stepping strong, head high, can't nobody touch it. I'm just walking in my purpose, baby.
Yes, sir. That's what we gotta do. We gotta walk in a purpose. My Renaissance grandmama, unbiased. I appreciate y'all coming. Boss Lady Denise, how y'all doing tonight? Miss Kelsey, how y'all week been so far? I know y'all got that snow, and I'm glad y'all got it, and we don't. I'm glad. I'm so glad. We don't need no more. I don't want no more this year. We done had enough. It's cold weather. It's enough. It did get up to 40, 43, 45 today, so that was awesome. Started to this morning with 11 degrees. I think it was 11 when I left this morning for work. So yeah, some cold, dreadful days, boy. We've been getting down to 9 degrees at night. Like one night we got down to like 6 degrees. You know, people been leaving that water and stuff. I seen J3 had some pipes busted. Hope everything's all right there. Hope you got that fixed. That can be troublesome, boy. I know a couple people pipes got froze. This cold weather ain't no joke, man. Cold weather ain't no joke. Yeah, this we in the dead of winter. You know, it's one of them depressing times. Depressing time. My fig trees got snowed on. I forgot to cover it. That fig, it might die back to the ground, but it should come back from the roots. That's pretty resilient. You might think it's dead, and then it pop back up from the roots. Yeah, but what keeps you motivated in these times, in these depressing winter times? What keeps you looking forward to the next day? What they can't have it. They can have it. Yeah, they can have it. They can have all that snow. I'm saying it's been so long since Louisiana got snow. That was crazy. It's starting to look good. It'll come back. Even if it did die back to the ground, it'll come back flourishing that next year. Let's throw a little compost on it when spring gets here. Throw a little compost on it. Top it up with some wood chips, a thick layer of wood chips. They're gonna do its thing. You ain't gotta worry about them figs. Figs is one of the easiest trees I can think of to grow. They don't have too many problems. It's only a couple pests that even mess with figs. Mainly, it probably just be the leaves that turn color and fall off from rust. That's just over rain. But you just pull them right on off, and new leaves should be fine. For me, I know in these little small time, the winter depressing time. You know, it's a depressing time for everybody. I try to focus on small wins that I can get just by waking up in the morning. That's a win right there. That's a win in itself. Being able to provide and put food on the table, that's another win in itself. Because, you know, in these days and times, it's hard out here for. It's starting to look good, I'm saying. Yeah, they'll come back. It'll come back. It'll start looking better in the spring. It'll pop back up. The longer you have them, the faster they grow back, even if they do die back to the ground. And they get very tall. Seen some in one season, some of mine in one season done grew about 12 foot. Well, this was Frugal Mama. How you doing this Thursday? For me also, what keeps me motivated, man, just start my seeds for the next year or planning what I want to do for that next year, where I want to grow this, what I want to grow that, new varieties I would like to grow. Miss Garrett, how you doing today? Bam it, what's going on, Mr. Butler? Above the dirt is a blessing. Yeah, as long as you're above the dirt, it's a blessing. That's another thing. Surround yourself with positive people. You know, you can find a lot of more positive people than you can negative people if you just look. A lot of people want to be positive in these days and times. It's why you want to keep being negative, man. Stuff happens. Stuff happens to us all. Shawnee, 2003. How you doing this week? How's your bananas and trees going? What's going on? From Venezuela? I appreciate you coming. Yeah, how's your trees and stuff doing? How's that greenhouse? Most of mine, for the most part, the ones in the house. The guavas, they usually mostly always lose their leaves when I bring them in the house. Or most of the time, I think I leave them outside too long. They get snapped by a couple cold freeze and kind of fry the leaves. Then when I bring them in, they start dropping off, but they always push out new growth. So that's what they're doing now. They're pushing out new growth. Sent you a pack. Oh, maybe somebody else mail. Everything in the garage hanging on by a thread. Yeah, I can't wait to spring get here. I'm ready to get my stuff out. I'm ready to up pot everything. I'm ready to get everything up potted. Ready for them to start pushing out new growth. I can't wait to see how my brown Celeste Satsuma do this year. It's going on its third year since I had it. I don't know how long it was, but it was a little thing when I first got it. But it's getting pretty big now. Hoping they'll bounce back. Yep. Have everybody started their seeds? What seeds have you started? I know for me, I started peppers. Yeah, starting with things in the house so you can see spring's coming. Just by starting some of your seeds, it keeps you motivated. On them warm days, just being able to get outside and do this and that, just the little stuff, getting stuff designed where you want it at, getting them new raised beds in, because right about this time, you can probably catch stuff pretty much cheap. I'm ready to hit Florida for more tropical plants. You ready to hit Florida for more tropical plants? That's the only reason why to go on vacation for me is to buy trees. Brian Lane, what's going on, bro? I appreciate you coming. That's the only reason why to go on vacation for me is to buy more trees. I don't care nothing about going out there sitting on no sun and no sun on no sand, getting sand everywhere. Sitting out there sweating. No, so that's not for me. I'm going to the beaches. I'm going to do some fishing off a pier somewhere. That's about it. You gonna start your seeds tomorrow? I done started a lot of peppers. Like I started some cayenne peppers, serrano peppers, green peppers, or bell peppers. I call them green peppers. I started a lot of spinach. Some of the stuff is coming up. Spinach, it's always slow to germinate. Too many started already. Yes, sir. You going on vacation to have a little fun. What fun can you have on vacation that you can't have at home? To me, I don't really drink. I mean, I used to when I was younger, but nowadays, nah. I don't drink nothing. I might drink a beer every once in a while, maybe once or twice a year. I'm doing great, thanks. How have you been? Hey, I can't complain. I'm still blessed. I'm above ground, so I can't complain. There's another thing. I try to set realistic goals for me to meet, something realistic. Little wins like that keeps you motivated, keeps you inspired, keeps you looking forward to another day. If we focus on the stuff that goes wrong, listed all this negative stuff that you see on these streets, and it keeps you in that bad place where you don't care. Spinach needs a lot of cold stratification. Try not to drink as much either. You wore that one out. Well, I don't really like drinking this. It used to be my thing. We used to drink all the time, but now not so much. Suzanne, thank you for coming. At least that's what I was told. That's what I was told too, and sometimes I'll put them in the fridge, or I might sew them and put them outside. But for the most part, I don't. That might be the reason why I ain't had good germination on my spinach for the last few years. But I love spinach. Spinach is one of my favorite greens. And just J3, what's going on, bro? Let's get it off your chest. Really, what I wanted to question was, What keeps you motivated when things ain't going your way in the wintertime, when it really ain't nothing to do for us gardeners anyway, or anybody? Plants only Plant only what you want to eat. Stay away from negative people. Yeah, that's true. You gotta stay away from negative people. Negative people drain your energy. Keeps you in that negative state of mind. Stuff happens to us all, but if we dwell on it, we're gonna stay down on it. We're gonna stay down on that, and we're gonna stay down on ourselves. Keeps us from moving forward. That's what I do. That's why I don't only plant what I eat. And spinach, I love spinach, and I want to get a lot more of it. But they're gonna start doing something pretty soon. It'll be too hot before I get a good crop. I gotta turn into this one because I can't always be motivated. Yes, sir. Everything that needs to be cold to grow will be outside tomorrow. Lettuce, I don't grow too much lettuce. Lettuce grows like crazy though, but it will boat here around May or June, the end of May or June. They'll start boating here. I used to grow a lot of lettuce, but not anymore. I got an inside garden started. That's awesome. Me, I got a lot of cuttings that's pretty much got a lot of roots on it right now. And I do say rooting them in sand is they root a lot faster than rooting them in water or dirt. Sand or dirt, sand or water, I think it's the two best ways to root figs because, you don't have as much chance of getting that them rotting when they're in sand or in water as you do if you root them in soil. I'm getting a lot better percentage of roots in the sand than I am in the water though. Crooked Peach, thank you for coming. And another thing I see people doing when they put it in water, they put they put a bag over top of them. That makes it holds too much moisture when you do that, and then it makes it start getting that mold on, and it'll start molding it. So it's best not to put that bag on. If you do, don't leave it on there for long. I got a few plants in my bathroom downstairs. Got a sage and got another two I forgot the name of. That's one thing else. I got to start some more herbs. Cassandra South full of them. Sage here, it dies back. It dies every year. I don't care how big that sage plant get. Every year I have to replant some more. That's what I like to do. I like to put perennial stuff that's gonna last. I don't have to keep reseeding every year. That's what I like to do. So I try to focus on getting more perennial plants. David Corey with the crop. What's going on, Corey? King David is what we call him. You trying to paper towel method in a Ziploc bag. Only thing bad about that paper towel, it gets wet and it sticks to it. And it'll pull them roots off if you ain't careful when you're taking it off. Growing what I eat. What's going on, bro? That's the only thing about rooting or sprouting seeds or cuttings with a paper towel on it. Because it's hard to get that paper towel off. Yeah, it'll break down once you put it in the ground. But if you try to tear it off too much, you're going to pull some of them tender roots off. Garden is great. Happy Thursday. Let's get it off your chest. If you got anything you want to get off your chest, link pin to the top of the chat. I just want to know what keeps you motivated during these trying times. Cold weather, been in the house for days on end, or just too cold to get outside. For us gardeners, we like to be outside in the sun a lot. That sun really helps push you in a better place. You're being more positive when you feel that sun on your face. When it's cold and you always in the house, it kind of makes you depressed. So what keeps you motivated? What keeps you looking forward to another day? Yeah, that's another thing. Watching a lot of people on YouTube, that keeps a lot of us motivated. Just seeing what other people doing, even people in the warmer climates where they can be outside and in the garden. I find for me watching them do stuff in their garden really lifts me up too. That vitamin D, that sunlight, yes, sir. Yeah, 'cause I didn't get it. I didn't get it, Cassandra. I've been working out and doing breathing exercise and has really helped me stay motivated. Work, yeah, that's another thing that keeps you motivated in the wintertime. If you in the house not doing nothing, do a few exercise. It always helps me. I've been getting back into doing my exercise too, trying to get this old belly back up, off before summer get here. I think about how I'm going to grow this season. Yeah, designing like fall, beginning of spring. That's the perfect time to be out there planning what you gonna put there, or what you want to buy to put here. You see new spots that you can buy. You see new spots that you can put something there. That new tree that you want, you can go right there. Perfect sun coming up right there. Designing, planning for the new year, figuring out where you're gonna put your tomatoes, or where you're gonna put your potatoes. Are you gonna grow them in a container this year, or you gonna grow them in straw bales? Different methods. Being able to harvest some citrus in the winter, that's yeah, it's a great motivator. Along with watching YT Family Garden and Harvest it. Yeah, growing citrus is something that I look forward to in the fall time, and it's so good with that vitamin C because everybody needs that vitamin C, especially in the wintertime for these colds and stuff. And Mr. Butler. What did he say? You been doing push-ups yourself? I know. I had to slow down for a while because I hurt my shoulder and my bicep. I don't know how I did it. Maybe from hauling them axles at work or working out, one of the two. But I know I'm just now getting back to be able to do push-ups because man, there for a while I just couldn't do it. I want to just go numb on the way. And it's hard anyway when I got these dogs. I'm trying to fight them off because I'm on the ground, so they think I'm ready to fight. So I'm trying to fight them off and do push-ups all at the same time, even when I'm doing my sit-ups. Same way. But I think this year will, if we don't get them late frosts, I think it's going to be an epic year for our fruit trees and berry plants. I really do. That late frost got us last year. I'm hoping this year they don't wipe out enough. I hope my Barbados cherry make it more vitamin C than the citrus. Do they? Didn't know that. I know mine, it was looking good there for a while, and then all these cold temperatures start coming in and not getting as much sunlight because I don't really put artificial lights on them. I put them in the windows. If they get enough sun, they fine. If they don't, some of them start dropping leaves, and it starts dropping some of this leaves now. I think it'll be all right. I know our last frost date ain't to what? April. I think like April 15th or something like that. I think like April 15th is our last frost date. So we still got a long way to go. But I start February, second or third week in February, I start putting out potatoes. My lemon tree leaves off in this cold. It'll die back all a little, but gets bigger every year. Yeah. My Myers lemon did that the year before last. It dropped a lot of leaves, but it come back stronger than ever. The Lord's garden. This definitely will be an epic fruit tree and berry year for everyone, I believe. Me too. I believe 2025, if we don't get hit with them late frosts, I think it's going to be an epic year for our fruit trees. fruit trees, blueberries. My blueberries look like they looking very good. So grapevines, you can't never tell about grapes. You know, they put off on new growth every year, so all depends on how much new growth I get. Which I think I should get a lot because I composted them in fall, threw some leaves down on top of that, and then I just gotta get some more wood chips. Usually by now I have about two big old loads of wood chips, and I have enough to spread around everywhere. But this year, haven't got no, which I ain't never got a chip drop. I usually just get them when they come, electric company come around. Yeah, I hope everybody's staying warm because it is cold out there. I'm gonna need to be an epic tomato and pepper year. Well, tomatoes always do pretty good. I don't know what's y'all favorite variety of tomato. I mean, is it the big sandwich size, or is it more of the paste or the cherry tomato? For me, the one we started growing the year before last, pink Belgium giant. Man, them things get big. They get big and they produce a lot. I like them. Hands in the dirt. What's going on, Han? Happy Thursday. Beefsteak. Love all the tomatoes. You know, forever down here was beefsteaks. Most people grew beefsteaks and then them early girls and cherry tomatoes. You know, some people like them Cherokee purples. I couldn't rock with them. For here, they split way too much. They split. They didn't produce as good. We tried them for like 2 or 3 years, and they just never did that good. Made her sandwiches. I like salsa. My favorite thing with tomatoes, salsa. I like the steak tomatoes. Steak tomatoes. And I've seen a lot of people growing in mortgage lifter. I've never tried to grow them before either. Last year we grew. I know them Jet Stars. Them some pretty good, decent sizes tomatoes, and them is more like a sauce type tomato. But you can make sauce out of any tomato. I know a lot of people just take tomatoes. Oh, I'm up here tripping. What's going on, bro? Sunday. Well, it might froze up. Yeah, we tried was it Florida 81s? I think it was Florida 81s, Florida 80 something. And they was a pretty good tomato. Got a decent size. Goliath. Goliath tomato. And they get a pretty decent size too. Is that you, bro? They get a pretty decent size too. They get big and they grow prolific. But the flavor, I don't think it's as good as a beefsteak tomato. And I think they got more acid in them than beefsteak tomato. You see him in the chat. Is that you, Sunday? A lot of tomatoes that's too acidic. I can't mess with because they just turn my lips out. And you mess up them bumps all on your lips, man. Some tomatoes are just too strong for me with the acidity level. I didn't see him in the chat either, but I seen him backstage, but I didn't see his. I didn't get to see his face. Yeah, they had a. I pray for Florida and Louisiana, man. They ain't seen snow in forever, ever. What they say, Louisiana? How many inches Louisiana get? They got more than we did. We didn't get that much this year, no. And I hope we don't get no more. Got what? All together, I think like 6.5, 7 inches between the two snows we got. This cold weather was affecting most things, though. My figs was looking pretty good. I didn't think I was gonna take too much dieback, but now some of the tips are starting to turn brown. So the yellow pear tomato. So we should grow them little sun golds. Never really tried the pear. I'll take it back. We did grow one pear variety. I don't remember about them though. Florida and Texas got more snow than we did in North Carolina. They got a lot in Louisiana too, didn't they? You basically got a dusting. It just been so cold. It's brilliant cold, boy. I mean, there you go. What's going on, man?
Man, I ain't been on here so long. Nothing don't want to let me get up.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I said, man, let me check on Odom, man. See what Odom talking about.
No, just what keeps you motivated during these times of the year when it's so brilliant cold, you can't get outside because of the snow. What keeps you motivated? Got 6 inches in Georgia.
Yeah, it's been crazy. What really keep me motivated, man, is already having a plan. You already got to have a plan. And I'm not just saying for the snow. I'm not just saying, but I'm just saying in general. You know, you always got to have a plan already that's going to kind of keep you tapped in, keep you motivated, have you focus on that goal that you got, and that's going to keep you heading in the right direction. So that's what keep me motivated.
Having a plan.
That's what I've been doing. That's why I've been locked in for a little minute.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. I know. I was trying the phone that I'm on. I was trying this phone. I was trying this phone. I was like, dang, boy, they don't want to let me up. Yes, sir. But I can't see. I guess I need to go on the other phone. I can't see the chat at all. Did y'all get any snow up there?
It got snow on us twice. I think all together we only got like 7 inches.
Mm-hmm.
But it was gone in a matter of a few days.
Mm-hmm.
And it's turned into black ice because after it froze and it was like 2-3 weeks. We didn't even get above freezing.
Mm.
So it was
Y'all use salt up there? Y'all use brine?
They use brine. Some of them use brine and some of them use salt.
Yeah, that salt hit a little different.
It'll tear the paint off your car too. I had to
Oh
spray my
man,
car.
tear it through the frame. We call them donation cars because most of them cars up north, they ride out before they get 100,000 miles on it. We buy the motors to put in other cars.
Yeah, it's definitely after you get through with the snow and stuff, man, you wash them underneath your car too, because that hold that salt and it start rusting out that frame.
Oh yeah. Growing what I eat, what's going on? Hands in the dirt. Jigs, what's going on? King. David with the Crocs, what's going on? Shani. There's a few people in here, man. What's going on? I can see the chat a little bit on this other phone. Just want to make sure I spoke to everybody and said, hey, Uncle Bammin in the house. What's going on?
Garden is great. No, we got like 6.5, 7 inches out of 2 snows we got. I hope we don't get no more. I hope we don't get no more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I got your fig cutting, man. Ooh wee, boy. I thought I lost that thing forever.
For real?
Boy, I thought I lost it forever. It's trying to bud in the house right now.
Yeah.
It's trying to bud in the house, boy, but it still ain't really grown because I had it neglected. I just had it out in the weather, all types of stuff. I thought it was gone. So I brought it in the house and it's actually starting to try to do something. So I was excited about that.
It'll start growing this spring. Set it on
Mm-hmm.
back outside, throw some compost and some fresh wood chips on top of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it in a bigger pot. That's what I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it in like a forever home style pot. Just something bigger. So something that I can move in and out. Like if I need to move it in the house or take it outside or whatever. But I just wanted it in whatever it's gonna be in. That's what I wanted to be in.
Yeah.
So
I gave you that violet. It was Violet Day Bardo.
you said it was a something you was trying. I don't remember. It was some like new variety or something you was experimenting. I don't remember. You said something like it was experiment. It was a new variety or something along those lines. I didn't write it down to nothing.
I thought I gave you a violet.
I don't remember. Is it any way to tell once it get bigger?
Yeah, you can tell by the figs.
Okay.
Most of the time, I can tell by what the leaves look.
Mm-hmm.
You know, violet, they have 2 different types of leaves on them. Once they get bigger.
I'm a what broke said, I'm gonna put that thing on some steroids. This
They start growing. They just trying to reach the sky, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it lost time with it.
A little bit. I got, I think 5 or 6 varieties. I got like 6 or 7, 60 or 70 cuttings I'm rooting right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw Jed's had some had a whole bunch of blueberries. I was thinking about trying to find out where he at and go down there and snatch a couple of them from him. He was potting up.
I seen him too. He got a lot of blueberries he's gonna get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what variety he said he had.
All of them was the same. I forgot what it was too. I forgot what variety he said it was.
Oh, this year won't be changed for me because I'll be moving from this place, so I'll probably be digging most of this stuff up by the hottest part of the year or something.
Mm-hmm. And you got that ground you got over there hard too, ain't it?
Sure is. That Tennessee clay. But I've been working for so long, it's not really that hard anymore. I mean, most of it is pure compost from where all the wood chips and stuff done broke down over the years.
Mm.
But as far as you get down to them roots, though, some of these trees are huge. Like these peach trees, they going on, and some of them pear trees going on like they 7th season.
Mm.
So it's gonna be pretty rough trying to move them.
So are you gonna what's your timeline?
I'm hoping April.
Do you got
or June, somewhere off in there. That's what I'm hoping.
I was about to say, do you got time to you got time to try to get some cuttings off of it that way, or are you gonna have to dig the whole thing up?
I won't take the whole thing.
I'm just saying as a backup. I'm saying as a like a backup.
If I were to back up, I can just take some air layers off of them.
That's what I mean. You're gonna take some.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put some on the beginning of spring when that sap start running. I'm gonna try to put some. So maybe then, if I gotta leave the biggest ones, because most everything else I'm taking.
Okay.
All the figs they going. All the blueberries they going. All the bananas I'm taking every one of them. Every variety. I'm taking everything.
Hey man, we be looking crazy because we've been to move the house be empty and everything. We be making 3 more trips out the backyard.
You got rid of another U-Haul just to get stuff out of the backyard.
Hey, be having to clean the crap out of the back of that truck.
Buying filler soil and everything. You got to buy filler dirt. Put back in them holes.
It be looking crazy. It be looking crazy in that backyard, man.
Yeah.
Be looking crazy. How long you been on tonight?
I've been on a few minutes before 8. I come on. I've been doing a lot of writing music, so I come on. I'd like to listen to some music, get me in the mood, so I actually start.
Mm-hmm. What kind of music? You listen to gospel or something soothing? What you listening to?
And I've been writing music actually.
Oh,
I've been
okay.
writing gospel. I've been writing country rap. I've been writing hip
All right.
hop.
Don't let me find out you got a secret TikTok over there. You
Oh, I
flowing.
got TikTok. I got TikTok. I do better on TikTok than I do over here.
Yeah, most people do. Most people do. What you play any instruments? I don't even remember you saying nothing about that.
No, I don't. Not really. When I was growing up, I took saxophone. I used saxophone a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I grew up in. We had studios around. We was rapping back then. We
Yeah.
rap.
So you more vocal with it. You more vocal with the music writing and stuff, and you know how you want it to sound and everything like that.
Yeah,
Got you. That's what's up. How them dogs doing?
man, big lazy. Both of them sitting right here, fat
Killer
and
one and
tick,
killer two.
laying around sleep. I'm glad because they ain't over here messing with me. Most time when I go live, they won't leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
They want to have their attention all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They big and fat.
I'm ready for this weather to change, man, so I can I'm ready to get in some water, man. I'm ready to go fishing.
That's one thing I want to do a lot more too this year is fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Get some of them fish heads to put back in the garden around my fruit tree. Actually, fish head, burying fish heads around your fruit trees to deter some pests.
Not the raccoons. not, not
You
the
gotta
possum.
bury them deep enough for that.
Yeah.
You go about 6 or 7 inches
Yeah.
and cover them up with some wood chips. But it
Mm-hmm.
does. It deter a lot of pests. They won't be on the live.
What Uncle Ben? He must be talking to somebody.
Yeah. J3 said him too. We got to do a lot more fishing. We all need to.
Yeah.
We got to take time for ourselves sometimes, man. We don't do it enough.
At all. At
We
all.
work all the time. We work all the time.
My
That's one.
grand my grandfather used to always say he'd be like going fishing ain't really about fishing all the time. He said you can sit there, he old school, so he wasn't jigging or nothing like that. He said you can sit there and watch that float all day, and while you sitting there watching that float, you ain't thinking about none of your problems or nothing else you got
Mm-mm.
going on.
You don't. You got to talk about the dogs. I used to do a lot more fishing when I went with my cousins, then, man, because we
Mm-hmm.
just sit around and have fun and fish, and they ain't into stuff like that no more. They ain't into stuff like that no more.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that's still here, anyway.
Are they older?
Some of them younger than me, but some
Okay.
of them not. Hard, gotta put some chapstick on these dry lips, boy. You get
Amen.
on here, these lips get drapped, feel like sandpaper. Well, you get older too, and everybody got families. You kind of start drifting apart. Got different work schedules. Some of them in jail. Some
Yeah.
of them not even on this planet.
Man, I
And
got back. Ooh, dang. I got you. When I got back into fishing, I had like 3 old fishing rods left from back in the day that I still got. And I promise you, in 2 months, I probably ended up with like 32 fishing rods in 2 months. Like I went crazy. I went crazy. And every chance I get, I started going, and then I tapered off a little bit. But I think I'm gonna do some more. I think I'm gonna do some more fishing this year, man. I'm gonna get out there, be a little more consistent. But the thing is, when I was going fishing, I ain't never kept nothing. I
you
threw
didn't?
everything back.
Oh, I always kept my catfish and my perch and brims.
I throw them brim back. I throw them shell crackers back. I throw catfish back, the bass back, of course. Perch, I throw back. I don't care what it was. If I caught it, I take a picture and I toss it back in the water. Because it wasn't about that for me. It was the relaxation, the mental break that I was getting from doing it. So
It
it was more
is
important than
relaxing.
that.
But I like eating that fried fish though. Ooh, Lord. Ain't nothing like some good old fresh fried fish, boy.
Nah, it was.
We used to do it a lot and then invite everybody over and have a big old fish fry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we used to do that. Get the water hose, clean the fish outside. Do everything outside. Keep it out the
Mm-hmm.
house and stuff. You got fish scales all in the yard.
Yep.
All type of stuff like that. But I just be thinking about bringing that stuff back home, cleaning all that stuff myself and all. I'm like, man, I ain't doing it for that. Or if it's somebody out there, they be like, you throwing them back? I'm like, yeah, next one you can have. Like, I'll be giving them away. But I'll be trying different bait, different techniques and stuff like that, seeing what's working and all of that stuff. I went a couple of times with B Rich. Me and B Rich went a few times. So I got to link back up with him.
That was one of my dad's favorite things, boy. He fished every day. He didn't care how cold it was.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good night, Han. He didn't care how cold it was, how hot it was. He fished every day. He loved fishing. First year I couldn't fit all my citrus in my greenhouse. Might be time for an upgrade. Hopefully they still alive. But I got about 5 covered up in the cold.
Mm.
That was my plan. I upgraded my greenhouse and didn't even put it up. Didn't even put it up. Still broke them in the house anyway.
I gotta go check growing what I eat out. I gotta go. I ain't caught up. I ain't watched nobody's nothing. I need to go check him out, man. He be supporting me still.
Everyday life of an OCD shit. Thank you for coming.
What's going on, Nikki?
He like yeah, he be releasing. He be releasing. I like eating them. I like eating them.
I like keeping them, but it's just what. Dang, I do like keeping them. I ain't gonna front, but like lately, the reason I've been going is not. It's more mental than anything.
Yeah.
So it was like more the motion, more the catching, more the fight, more the thrill. Like when I was a kid, I used to think it was crazy. I used to just sit there and watch bass fishing for 4 hours on TV. And I used to like, why they throw it back? Why they throw it? I used to never understood that. I never understood that. But bass fishing was more like a sport fishing.
Yep. Mr. Butler said he fished for the grease. The Stock Explorer, thanks for coming. Fishing ain't the same though anymore though. And it's so many boats and stuff out there. You can't find no here. I know you can't find no good spot to go where you ain't gonna be disturbed.
Yeah. Did I say
Miss Shirley? Hope you're feeling okay.
Hey, Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley. Miss Shirley was just sitting down for a minute, wasn't she?
She just had surgery on her knee the other day.
See you, Miss Shirley.
Well, yeah, the only place you can go now that really around here to find any peace and quiet if you want to go fishing is to like one of these creeks.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you go to the lake or to these dams, there's so many people there now. It's unreal.
Yeah. Hey, Stock Explorer, what's going on? Yeah, man, it's a lot of. I'm lucky enough that all the neighborhoods around me got some water. All the neighborhoods around me got some water. I mean, my barber, I don't know how many acres. He owned like 10 acres and he got a lake on a pond or whatever on that. And if he rock with you, he let you. He keep telling me to go over there. I can fish and all that stuff, but he want me to work on his car, so I won't go over there. He been trying to get me to work on this car for 3 years. I'm like, hey man, you got any space at the shop yet? I'm like, nope.
We trying to set you up.
I say I'm gonna have to go over there and be like, man, they ain't biting, man. I'll get up with you later. If I catch something, he's like, yeah, you're gonna take these keys with you.
Well, I'm hoping to get me a pond. Give me a place with a pond on it.
Yeah.
Cows.
It's nothing like it though, but it's crazy. Sometimes it's weird. I mean, we older now, but sometimes you can have access to it 2 doors down and you take it for granted and won't even You
Yeah,
utilize it like that. Then you move somewhere else, whatever happens, or you relocate or whatever, and now you a drive wherever. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's funny how that.
Miss Shirley, she said she's still in the hospital
Oh, okay.
until in the morning. Yeah, you say that. It's a lake, like 3 minutes down the road from me, like 3 minutes. But every time I go fishing down there, I don't catch nothing but drums,
Mm,
drums, and fish with all them bones in it. It's hard to
yeah,
clean. No, I don't. I throw them back. That's the only thing I throw back is them drums.
yeah, they good fighting though.
Yeah, they good fighting. You can tell when you got one on there. And
Yeah.
I take that back. I catch some striped bass down there too.
Mm-hmm.
I only caught like one or two cats down there before. That's been many years ago. But it's
What you
so many,
what you
so
fishing
many
with?
people out there now. It's unreal. Backyard garden float.
What's going on, backyard garden flow? I feel like Miss Celia on the color purple when I was be seeing these names and I'm struggling to see these names. I'm like, I don't know y'all no more. What she is that?
What's wrong with you, Sally? I don't know y'all no more.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of new names, man. A lot of new names. A lot of new names. But yeah, I just wanted to come up here and say
David
what's up.
Jacks, thanks for coming.
You say what?
I was speaking.
Oh.
He's new here. I appreciate you coming.
Yeah, I just wanted to hop up and say what's up real quick, man. I seen you
I
up here.
appreciate it.
Let me go holler at my bro. Let me go holler at my bro, man.
I appreciate it. You know, I've been keeping you in my prayers, man. Like always.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you stopping in. Mike, what's going on, Mike?
Brother Mike, Mr. Chaotic himself.
Mm-hmm. No, he down there in Eskimo land.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I thought we get cold. Good Lord. I couldn't do it.
That's what's up, man. But I'm gonna get out of here, King. You be
All
safe,
right,
man.
man.
Keep
Thank
it
you
up.
for coming up. It's good to see you, man. You take care of yourself.
Yes, sir.
Stay
Yes, sir.
warm down there.
All right. Hey, once I repot that thing, I'm gonna give you some updates. I'll send you some pictures.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, y'all be safe.
You too.
Later.
You know, it was Sunday backyard farmer. I ain't seen him in a minute. It's good to chat it up. You know, he's all right. But yeah, what keeps y'all motivated in these cold times? You know, it's a lot of you said what did. South got more snow than me. That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, Louisiana and Florida and Texas, they all got snow. We got some, but I think they got more than we did. I don't know about Florida. I think Louisiana did. I don't remember when the last time Louisiana got snow. Growing inside keeps me sane. Yeah. What all you got growing? Anybody else started their spring garden yet? Seeds? No, I started spinach and some peppers already. I started some marigolds and some more cabbage the other day, and what? Some Jamaican salt. Cold in Florida, 41 degrees. Yeah, ain't nothing but what 9 degrees cooler than we are. I mean, warmer than we are. It was 9 yesterday morning in Cleveland. Yeah, it was 11. It was 11 today. It was 16 yesterday morning for us. It's cold weather because see, I leave my house around about most of the time I leave about 8 or 10 minutes after 5 in the morning, and it is. Whew, I've been having to wear my hunting jacket. It's been so cold. My hunting jacket is, I don't know, it's double insulated. Huntsville didn't get snow, but it was 6 degrees. Good Lord. Yeah, it's been getting bone chilling. We've been getting that Alaska weather all over the globe, looks like. So, but yet and still, I still think it's going to be an excellent year for our fruit trees. So I think that's one thing we're going to be blessed of because this cold weather, if they don't, that late frost don't knock our blooms off once they bloom, then I think it's going to be an epic year. You've been winter snowing tomatoes, peppers, squash, and flowers. I'm starting cabbage and more carrots to have stuff growing in the greenhouse. She said, "Thank you for coming." That's another thing I ain't had good luck with this year is carrots. My carrots didn't even come up. You know, I like sowing them outside because they don't like to be moved too much. And I put some in. I think it was no September before. It might have been September, early September, but I ain't getting no germination, not one. I ain't getting no germination on carrots. Not this year. My carrots didn't do good. And them was new seeds I got too. I started pepper, eggplant, tomatoes, carrots, beets, and flowers. I think I'm gonna try to grow some nasturtiums this year too. You know, I don't usually grow too many flowers from seeds, but because we go like perennial flowers, like we got roses, we got dwarf cannas, we got what all we got? Them things I call pitcher plant. We got hibiscus, daffodils, we got gladiolas for days, and they do pretty good in bringing in a lot of pollinators. And tulips, we got tulips that comes up every year. The carrots didn't grow for me either. Yeah, my carrots didn't do good this year either. I got broccoli and peppers and tomatoes for inside. Got germination in our hydroponics. That's what's up. That's something I thought about trying just a little experiment, a little small hydroponics. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try to do that next year. What's going on, bro? I think that's what I'm gonna try to
What's
do
up?
next
What's
year.
up? What's up?
Is do some hydroponics. I think spinach will start a lot better in hydroponics. Then when they get a little bit warmer outside, I can transplant them out.
I'm gonna do hydroponics too as soon as I get my new honey shed out there.
You do honey shed. Oh, you getting a honey shed?
It's a work shed, but I just say honey shed to make some people upset. That's all.
Got to start. Mike said he's gonna start a ton more lettuce, not lettuce, cabbage, and etc.
Hey Nikki, how you doing? Stock Explorer, how you doing? Mike, how you doing? Everybody in the chat, how you doing?
You get
Miss
your
Cheryl,
water
I
taken
hope you're
care of.
doing better.
You get your water taken care of.
Oh yeah, man. Well, actually, I didn't do the video on the second part. After I got everything together and thought it was right, I walked away and waited a while, come back, and it was leaking. We had
Oh,
to turn the water off and everything. I had my son put the tape on for me. I told him to put it on 3 or 4 times, but I think he only did it twice. So once the pressure built up, it started leaking. So we did it all again. I wrapped that fill up about 4 or 5 times, put it on. We good.
that's good. You got it fixed. I know a few people at work were talking about how they they water was froze. Like
Yeah.
man, and I think one of them they was able to get theirs unfroze without doing any damage. But I think the other one, the pipes exploded. So I mean, that's a lot of work right there.
Yeah. I went to the hardware store and first I went by the city hall. Hey, I want you to know that my water pipes are busted. And she said, "Is that for last month or this?" I said, "Nah, we just froze yesterday and today. How it gonna be last month?" But she said, "Well,
Rest.
we just did the bill for this month, so it'll be next month." I said, "I just want you to put it on record because my bill will come back $300-400, and I don't use that much water here."
Ooh.
But when I went to Ace Hardware, man, folks kept coming in and out. Everybody was buying plumbing.
They pipes. Yep.
Yep, buying elbows and pipes. I said, man,
It's different because y'all don't get that cold like we do. So most of
right.
our pipe is more insulated and stuff than y'all's ain't because y'all don't get cold like we do.
On my hand, on my well out there, on my hand pump, I was looking at it good, and I said, I hope it don't bust because the brass piece I got on it, every time we get a bad freeze, that would just bust. So it didn't look bad today. So hopefully, now that things gonna start warming up a little bit, hopefully I may not have to replace that.
I forgot to take my hose in. That's probably ain't no good. Time I don't put them up, I turn it on. Just got holes everywhere.
I got one under the ground going to the back. I'm hoping that one is saved from being under the ground.
Yeah, it might have been insulated enough. Depends on how deep it was.
What about you?
I don't speak that.
All right, bye.
You got a new keyboard?
I'm live.
I mean, yeah. Wow.
I love them, but I just can't beat them up.
Gotta love them.
Hey,
Ever heard of that?
say again.
Well, she is sunset.
Freeze Miser.
I
I
never
never
heard of
heard of Freeze Miser.
Million Life with Wayne. Thanks for coming. How you doing?
Yeah, I know Wayne got froze up over there. I
Did
saw
he?
his video. His fish, his aquaponics. They had
Oh,
ice all on the top.
I didn't even get to see that video. I'm gonna have to get over and check that out.
Busted because I didn't train good enough.
I'll
Yeah.
put it in
One good thing about it, nothing attached to the house bus. It's my line that goes out to the shed.
Yeah,
That one's bust because it's just sitting there.
supposed to make sure it's empty before putting it away. Yep. I'm gonna have to get over and see Wayne's. I didn't see that today. I didn't see that video come through.
Use a thing called Freeze Miser. If I'm not,
I've never heard of freeze miser before.
I think that's a little mechanism that you. I think I might know what she's talking about. But you know, I got to look it up anyway.
That's something new on me. Is that a piece to go on it, or is that liquid? What is that?
Let me look it up and see whether AZ got it. Come on, come on.
Oh, it's a piece that go on the pipe. I don't know if y'all can't see that or not. That light's killing it. So they're supposed to work.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
That piece that goes on the faucet.
Yeah, it releases that excess water and stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
Shut off after you go burn. Okay. But sure, I got so many. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6. Now I got 5 connected to the house, and when I run out to the field, that one is 6. So
Might
it's
be
on the outside of the house.
too over.
She said it works for her.
I
I
guess
might
it
have to try it.
is.
Yeah, Mike. I tell you what, when it get cold, I don't go outside, man.
Yeah.
I'm too old now. When it get cold, I don't go outside. My son, my grandson went out to feed the animals. I said, let me know if you hear any strange noises out there. He said, yeah, I heard some noise yesterday. I said, what? I turn the camera and look outside, but when the AC is going, you get a whole bunch of noise. So I couldn't tell that we had that problem over there until the AC was off.
Yeah, I ain't been going out there. I went out there a couple times to burn some trash because it was too cold and I didn't want to go to like take it to the dump.
Yeah,
They
you're
do
right
call
about that, she said.
pipe. Yep. That'll save you a lot of money in the long run.
Yeah, they got it on. Well, no. I just looked at the picture they had on Amazon. They had it sitting on a two nozzle. I mean, screw on where you got 2 nozzles on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still got a few heads of cabbage I got to harvest. That's about it. The only thing else out there growing is garlic. Everything, the greens, and they all gone. They're
Man,
gonna be so mud.
ain't nothing looking good in my yard but kumquats.
Kumquats.
I got 2 kumquat trees in the front, and they looking good.
That low part I got from you, it's looking better than a big low part. I guess because it's closer to the ground.
Yeah, but everything else gone.
Well, my blueberries looking good. My peach and apple and pear trees looking pretty good too. After I pruned them up, I see a
I'm
lot of fruit buds on them.
Yeah, I'm gonna trim my blueberries up again because back in November I started trimming them
Mm-hmm.
and I stopped in December because I ended up doing a bunch of running around due to family situations. And then as I look at the blueberries and all those I put in the pot and everything, I'm still gonna trim the big ones down. I want to be able to raise my hand up and my hand is over them.
Yeah, my garden spot looks sad. Most of our garden spots just look sad right now,
Yeah,
especially covered in snow. Floaty tubes installed around your pipe. I seen a
right.
lot of people do that.
Yeah.
You get it from a
Well,
doctor. Yep.
I,
But
I
this
did I did do that for a while, but these grandkids they think it's something to play with, so it don't stay on the thing out there too long.
and that sun beats down on them, and then that rain. They sometimes they start deteriorating or dry
Yeah,
rot.
they deteriorate too.
They don't last long.
But talking about the garden and stuff, bro, I'm gonna get me 3 aquaponics to put in my shed, and I think I'm gonna live in the shed more than I live in the house. I already got in mind what I wanted to look like. One side is woodwork, the other side is honey, and the center is my chill spot.
Why as men we like it? I know we used to have a spot in the woods. Now in the woods, we had a tent out there. We done ran an electric out there. We about there listening to music. That's back when I used to drink. We'd be out there listening to music, drinking, just playing cards, having fun in the woods. for no reason. And then we started doing the same thing in the outbuilding. We just turned that into like a big room. We'll go out there, had a TV out there and everything. We go sit out there and chill and drink beer and
Hey,
stuff.
Casey.
Just talk.
Well, I got a shed. What's that? 12 by 20. I think it's a 12 by 20. The only problem was it's all metal. The pipes, the structure on the inside is 1 inch pipe, and when it's hot, and when it's cold. And I said I can't take that no more. So I want to get that moved, and I want me a wooden shed put there so I can insulate it, so I can be out there like I'm in another house.
Yeah.
And I think as long as I got the stuff that I like to do, woodwork on the left side and the honey on the right side, and me in the middle with my desk and my TV and all that stuff, got me a futon out there.
Mike said because women hate us having fun.
That's it.
J3, she said, did you get that email she sent you?
Yes, ma'am. I responded. I appreciate it. I responded.
It's just a man thing. It must be, man. It was fun though. It was fun.
Now I've been married 39 years, but a man has to have a place where he can call his own. Just that he can, if you married and you got a big family and all the responsibilities go on you and everything, you have to go somewhere where you can get it all out your system.
Yeah, you do. You need a place to de-stress.
Yeah, because like right now, you can't see it, but this place right here, all my B stuff is inside the house. I got B stuff in the kitchen. I got B stuff in the laundry room. I got a bunch of stuff over here and everything. I need my own space because actually I'm taking away from my wife because this is our family room, and I done kind of turned into my office.
When we first moved here, I used to have my little spot out there in the garage myself. I had my weight bench out there, had a refrigerator out there and everything. And it's so deteriorated now. It needs to be knocked down and a new one put up.
Yeah. I got my little freezer waiting to go out there. I got my little microwave waiting to go out there. Only thing I got to do is come in the house to go to sleep, and that's it. And I ain't even got to do it that. I stay out there and go to sleep.
It was a buddy of ours, and God rest his soul, they gone now. But he had one, and every time I go to his place, that's where we was out there in his outbuilding. He had TVs out there, big old refrigerator out there, couches, chairs.
Hey.
Sit out there and have fun. It's nice we don't fight over the TV.
Mr. Behrman, I could do some of the work, but I can't do the work like I used to do. Now, I'm just trying to find something that ain't trying to put me in debt for the next 20, 30 years.
Yeah, that's one thing. Man, everything these days is cost. The cost of lumber is high.
Yeah.
Cost of everything is high. It's hard to do any type of little projects anymore. Them little projects turn into a major. That stuff on cover.
Yeah.
For the speakers too.
Yeah, they sell those little styrofoam things you put over the spigot.
Yep.
But I can get the wood. I got an inside track on that. I can get the wood. I think now as far as me putting up the sheetrock or the installation, I could do that. But as far as doing all the building again, I don't think I want to do that part. Framing it out and everything.
Yeah,
I don't think I want to do all that.
That's a job.
Yeah. That red barn that y'all see every now and then, I built that from the ground up. And I just did that in what, 2017, 18, one of them.
It's a good project when you got 3 or 4 good old buddies. Y'all just sitting around doing something like that on a Saturday, Sunday.
I did all that by myself.
I know that's the whole problem these days, man. It's not like it used to be. You ain't no, you ain't got no 3 or 4 good old buddies no more to come help you do stuff like that. It's not the same.
I had the phone number of the guy that put the metal roof on my house, and he passed, but his son decided to do the business a little longer. I called him to put the roofing on for me. I nailed everything up, but I asked him to come put the roofing on for me.
As Kelsey said, look for a repo shed.
And for what I want, they expensive. I want me a 16 by 40. That way, like I said, workshop left, honey right, me in the center.
Where my shed is just in the wrong spot. Because when it rains, it always all that water always washing up underneath it, and it keeps falling down. So I got to keep jacking it back up.
Oh
It
man,
just constantly, just falling. But they keep settling
did you?
down, so all that water washes underneath it. It needs to be moved and a big concrete slab put down there.
I know that feeling.
I don't really need one that big anyway, because that shed is pretty big. I want to say it's 12 by 20. For some reason, so I think that's what it is. A 12 by 20. It's got one big loft up in it,
Now,
but
see, that's
it's where the rafters when it was built. It got rafters going in on the side.
uh-huh.
It's left a space about this much between each one, and every time if you get up there to try to put a screen up there, it don't keep. You can't get it right, so it just the mosquitoes and mostly wood bees and yellow jackets. They always getting in there in the summertime, so it's hard to get off in there. You always fight.
Hey, I understand. And then I don't like using sprays anyway, because messing with the bees and stuff. I don't use no insecticide and all that stuff in the back.
Yeah, I'm ready to knock it down and put them. Well, I ain't gonna be here too much longer, so that's what I was planning on doing: knocking it down and putting a metal building up, building a pad underneath it, and then putting down a metal building.
I, now, if I get a metal building, that'll be fine. But I don't want no metal shed.
It's hard now to find anyone to do basic maintenance. Sometimes they either busy or don't want to work. Yep, that's true.
You're right. That's what a lot of the stuff around here, electricity and all this other stuff. I do it myself because if I do find somebody, it might take a week for them to get here, and then they want to charge like they the best folks ever.
Yeah, you know, most of when I was growing up, we had a lot of people in the family
Yeah,
that did stuff like that. Like we had carpenter, or we had somebody that was an electrician. You know what I'm saying? But all of them pretty much passed away, and most of the new ones, they ain't got no trade like that. They went to college to be this and this. They don't have that trade anymore. That trade is gone out of the family.
well, see, that's whenever my grandkids around, I try to find something that's short and don't take too long, but I make them pay attention while I'm doing it, so they'll get the idea. I could do it myself. And this one that was in here a few minutes ago, 12 years old, oldest of them all, and he used it to his advantage now and then.
It used to be like my uncle passed during that COVID stuff. And he was the mechanic in the family.
Yeah.
Anytime he needed something done, he called Uncle Comac. He passed. Then I had a cousin that always did drywall and
Mm,
carpentry and stuff like that. You know, anything you needed built or you need drywall done, he was the one he called. It,
right.
and most of the people that had those trades is the passed in the family, and nobody ever picked up them trades. So it's nobody in the family you can call no more. So you are dependent on these companies and stuff they taking the arm and a leg from it.
Yeah,
Money used to be not as much when you paying a family member. You don't
right.
have that big expense.
Uh, my
I
my
get money.
uncle my uncle is the one that taught me how to do it. Since my mother was raising me alone, I spent a lot of time with my uncle, and he did mason work. He did mason work, sheet rock, and he even had a gig where he cleaned offices. And I think I was about 7, 8 years old. He took me in the what's that? Empire State Building, one of them buildings, big building over there. He took me and we were cleaning offices. And once we did that, he said, "We still got work to do." I said, "What?" He took me to another location. And he said, "Just beat on this nail right here. Just beat it slightly past the sheetrock." I did that. He said, "No, hit it again with the round piece of the hammer." I did it. He showed me how to lay the spackle on there and everything, put the screen on there. And I did it. I did it with him for about a year, and I was 7 or 8 then. And when I finally met my grandparents for the first time in 77 down here in Georgia, they were building a new house, and I was telling them, "Y'all need to do this." They didn't have any walls on the inside yet. I said, "Y'all need to do this. You need to do that." So I went along and I did one whole wall for them, showing this is how y'all need to do it. I put the foam, not the foam, the fiberglass in and everything. I
Hmm.
put the sheetrock up and did it all, taped it up and everything, sanded down, and they were surprised. Where you learned this from? You still in school? I learned it from my uncle.
I used to help this man do tile work, one of my second jobs, and I ain't did that in so long. I wouldn't be comfortable trying it, man. I probably still can do it once I get into it.
Yeah. If you paid attention when you were learning it, trust me, you could do it again.
It's been years, years, years. But
I
I
was
think I still got a family. One of my family member, he still does like tile and rock and stuff like that. So I mean, I still got one family member do that. But we used to have like electricians in the family. We used to have plumbers in the family. We used
Mhm.
to have people in the family that knew these trades that we needed. And you always gave them a little bit of money, or you borrowed them with them with something else, something they needed done. That's where it used to be. And people used to not be out of that much money like they are now. Nowadays, this stuff is expensive, man.
Yeah. When I was working at the prison, I heard this guy. He was talking about, "Oh, my chimney this, my chimney that. Oh, I ain't got no chimney. The whole chimney fell down." And he said, "They're gonna cost me about $20,000 to get a chimney built, this, that, and other." And I
Good
was just
God.
sitting there looking at him. And then I said, "Hey, I tell you what, I pay me $500. I build a chimney for you. You gotta have all the equipment, and you gotta have the what's the name of that thing that you stand on to go up the
A scaffold?
scaffold." I told him, I said, "You gotta provide the scaffold." And he said, "No problem, no problem. $500, okay." I said, "This is a one-time deal." He screwed me. I built the chimney and everything for him, and we got paid on the 15th. I come to see him. Uh, My wife said, "You said I could pay half this payment and half next month." I said, "No, man, I ain't tell you nothing. Like, I wanted to go tear that thing down. I want, I done put that chimney up. What? It was, I think it was 2 feet, 2 or 3 feet above the peak of his roof. I built it all the way up, and he made me mad. I said, I got so mad and everything, and my wife, she worked there too. I said, "You better have my money at the end of the month." And this man was a sergeant, and I wasn't a sergeant. I said, "Man, you better give my money."
It's crazy. I know this is something terrible to bring up, but man, don't you know we had another school shooting down here in Tennessee? Maybe
Oh,
like 45 minutes away, maybe 30 minutes away from here. Little 17-year-old took a gun to school. Shot and killed two and wounded, shot and unalive two and wounded a couple. It's
Man,
sad.
that's stupid. That's
He
stupid.
left a note and everything. It just sad. It's sad. Somebody that young had that much hate in their heart, and the parents didn't even know it.
Well, I put it this way: I guarantee it got to do with that computer games and all this other crap, and somebody probably harassing him.
It's just sad that most people don't even see that because they so busy worried about other stuff. They don't see what happened to their kids.
That's it. Now I'm that fella right there. Ain't nothing he can do that. Well, I'll take that. But ain't nothing that he can't do that my wife don't know about. If he got a homework assignment that he ain't done, my wife knows about it.
And they so quick. They so quick to pick up a gun, think a gun gonna solve everything. It's,
That's why I have him here, but the only one that he ever see is the 410. That's the only one that he gets to see is the 410 because that stays by the door. But all the other one, he know I have one on me, but he don't ever see it.
we were growing up. We was shown guns, even got to use guns, but we knew not to touch them.
Well, this is a different environment than when we grew up because
Yeah,
when we grew up, we dealt with the gun. Now, when they grow up, they deal with all these games and everything. Don't know nothing about a gun, but because they good at this game, they think they're good with a gun. So they put that gun in their hand and mess up their life.
I think it's because they always in the house now. I mean, like I said, many times before, when we used to go outside all the time, we was in 20 fights before we was 10 years old.
Yeah,
So we knew we can fight and live and fight another day. We had to pull a gun. But nowadays, it ain't like it. People don't want to fight you no more. They don't want to take a loss. But it's
and
about,
also got to do with the family, that
yeah.
parenting too. If you ain't concerned about your children, your kids are gonna grow up any way they want to. Basically, somebody else gonna raise your children because you don't take the time to raise them.
hmm And I just listen to all type of nonsense.
That's it. I tell
It's like
anybody in a
bullying
heartbeat.
is, people always holler, bullying was so much different, so different nowadays than it was back then. No, it ain't. Yeah, the people picking on us all the time. Most people were bullied growing up my age.
Yeah,
You was either a bully or you was the bully. One of the
yeah.
two.
I think I was well. The fella tried to bully me. He tried to bully me, but he realized I wasn't falling for it, and it was all over a girl. Like I said, I was raised up in the church. I was taught to respect girls, women, and all that stuff. And he getting mad with the girl because the girl don't want to go with him, and she just leave me alone. Leave me. I said, man, his name Larry King. Leave that girl alone, man. Leave the girl alone. The girl she ain't thinking about you. And so she came and sat by me and all that. As soon as we got out of school, oh boy, he ready to fight. I'm I'm less than a half a block from my house, and he still following me. He wants to fight. Got a whole group following us and everything. Oh man, you this and that. And then what really made me start laughing and just walked away. He took and threw a butter knife on the ground. And said, "Get it, get it."
A butter knife.
Butter knife. I looked at I
Lord.
looked at him. I said, "A butter knife." Everybody bust up laughing. I went home. I went home. Man, get out there. He threw the butter knife downtown, but get it, and you everybody bust up laughing. I said, "A butter knife." I just waved him off and went home.
It's a different time, but we used to fight back then though.
Yeah, yeah.
We wasn't quick to pull a gun and spend the rest of their life in a penitentiary.
Well, we back then we knew guns were for hunting,
Yep.
and we didn't bother it. Our parents didn't take and tell us, "Oh, somebody bother you, you go get it." No, They didn't do all that. Or you didn't go buy your child a M16 and they ain't nothing but 10 years old.
My dad told me, he said, somebody mess with you, boy, I don't care how big they are. He says, always gonna be something around to make an equal fight. A
That's
stick,
it.
a rock, or something. You pick up something, you bust them upside the head with them, then you get on their head. So he said,
Yeah.
then you get on their head. And
Shoot. Come in a
that's
heartbeat. Pick up something, swing on them. If you got the upper ground, keep going. If you ain't, get them off of you and run. But truthfully, like I said, the kids wasn't raised like us, so therefore they're not gonna have that mindset we got. Uh, don't know how to fight, but swear they could beat up everybody.
mm-hmm. It's so disrespectful. When we was
Yes.
growing up, we was taught yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. We knew what elders was. We knew what adults was. These kids these days, they don't care.
My you I got 6 grandkids. You can leave out the girls, but all the boys, you can tell when they're in my house or when they're in their house. You can always tell the difference. If I call you, you ain't gonna say, huh? What you mean, huh?
Man,
Yes, sir.
back
Okay.
in the head when I was growing up and saying huh to it. Let's say yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Did you do such and such? Uh-huh. What'd you say? Yes, sir. Okay. I may not teach you nothing, but I'm gonna teach you how to have respect for people.
I still do the same thing. They people might not even be older than me. It just a sign of respect.
It's just natural. It's just natural.
Yeah, I do.
For us, it's natural.
Yeah, I can be talking to somebody on the phone. I don't even know 'em. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. I don't even know how old you are. I could be older than you, but I don't know. I'm just gonna give you respect. 'Cause that's just what I was taught.
And if I'm going in somewhere and there's some, even if they're young girls, and I'm going in and coming out, I let them young ladies go in before I do. I hold the door.
Yeah, he said. His mouth keep going to sleep. These kids today speak to adults like they're their peers.
Shh. Not in my household.
That's true. That's true.
I tell them in a heartbeat, ain't no adult in here but me and that woman in there.
You ever been in Walmart and you seen the way some kids talk to their parents? You just want to whoop them yourself. Just want to get your butt over here. Let me take you back in this bathroom for a minute.
And the bad thing about it is I look at the kid shaking my head, then I look at the parent and just stare him down and shake my head. Boy, I said they need to beat you.
You're gonna have a rough life growing up.
That's it.
Manners and respect takes you far. It sure do.
That's absolutely correct, Jada.
It sure do. No respect. No, none. You know, they made it though. They pretty much made it like that because you know they like you whoop your kids, we're gonna take you to jail and all this old stuff, man. I remember one time my cousin, she got my auntie whooped her for staying out all night. Don't you know she calling people? They came and took and everything. The judge told my aunt she better not put her hands back on his child. My auntie's like, that's my child. And if you think you can do it better, you better take her and raise her because she's in my house. She don't follow my rules. She gonna get the same thing.
I had my nephew. I had 3 of my wife's niece and nephew come live with us. He figured he could. He was older than my son, so he figured he could do what he wanted to do. Man, I told him I will break the brakes off your behind. He gonna call himself. I'm gonna run away. I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Augusta's that direction." I went in the house. I was doing something. He walking down the street past the fire station now. I said, "Oh, I said, no problem." Went back in the house, got my uniform belt, came back, drove my truck down there where he was at. I said, "You got less than 2 minutes to get back to that house." And I showed him what I had. He went running. We got back to the house. We had a talk. He said, "I don't want to stay here. This, that, another. And you blaming me for the." I told his behind up. I'm looking for him again. Where is he at? Where he's at? I had a big pine tree in the front yard where I used to live. And shoot, next thing I know, he up under the pine tree. The pine tree was like 1 foot off the ground. He was up under the pine tree. "I'm gonna call the police. I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police." I said, "You calling the police?" I said, "All right, come on." I whooped his behind, make him get in the car, took him to the sheriff department. I said, "Now you tell these folks what you did, and we're gonna go from there." "He beat me. See that belt he got right? He beat me, and he did, he did." The officer looked at me. He said, "Y'all need to go in that cell right there." He started grinning. The boy started grinning and laughing. He said, "That ain't for your uncle right there. Uncle, you take him in there, you whoop his behind again."
They ain't like that no more though.
Shoot. This was in nine.
They
This
try
was
to
in
find a reason to get your kids
this was in '95.
in '95.
This was '95. I
Before
told his behind up.
my son was born in '95.
He got it 3 times. One getting to the house, one up for being up under that tree trying to hide, and the last one was in the police station.
I remember growing up, we was at the bus stop. It used to be a woman. It was friends of the family, an older woman. She stood there with a cane pole. You get out of line, she'll swap you in the back of the head with a cane pole, a big long cane pole. Man, you go to school with a whip on top of your head.
Man, don't talk about neighbors now. I done got beat many times. Now, in New York, I lived 1, 2, 3, 4. I lived about 6 or 7 blocks from where I was at. Lady in the church saw me. I was acting up. She spanked me and told me to go home. I got home and got spanked again
Yep.
because that lady had to spank me. And then I got spanked another time when my mama showed up. So I got 3 spankings for one incident.
Nowadays, they be ready to kill somebody. You done whoop my child.
Well, I give you that too. I told my kids when they're growing up, I said, "You don't never call no teacher no liar." I said, "If the teacher accuse you of something, you call me or your mama, and we will be up here." We had to sign the paperwork for them to be able to spank your kids. I said, "No, y'all ain't beating none of my kids." And from elementary school all the way to high school. And I said, "If there's any problem, me and the wife, we came up to the school and we settled it." My son was in high school, and what he did was he yelled. He said they were walking down the hall, and this girl scared him. And when he turned around, she had a pen, and she was acting like she was getting ready to stab him with the pencil, and he screamed. He said, "I was scared at the moment. I was surprised, and I screamed." An assistant principal wanted to beat him because he screamed. And you know what I did? Me and the wife, we got in the car. We went on up there and everything. And I said, "Hey," I had my son up in there in front of the principal, me, and my wife. And he said, "This is what happened, Daddy." He explained himself. And I looked at the principal, and he said, "Well, he still ain't had no business screaming." I told him, I said straight off the bat, I said, "Right now, if I whoop your behind right now, I guarantee you gonna scream."
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Mr. Johnson, Mr. John, Mr. John, Mr. John." I said, "No." I said, "If I whoop your behind right now, I guarantee you gonna scream."
Trying to stab you with a pencil. You gonna do something.
I told him I whoop his behind right now. From that point on, he ain't never talking about beating my son again. If anything happened, they call me and my wife.
You know, I got quite a few
It's,
paddlings growing up.
no, ain't no lead. Don't leave no mark on them. That's a lie. Because back when I was in school in Chicago, we had a dice. We had two dice. When the teacher said you bad, they used to send us. Miss Lewis was my sixth, seventh, and eighth grade teacher. Correction, she was my sixth and eighth grade teacher, and she would send us to Mr. Eddings, who was the assistant principal for our quad, and he would make you roll a dice. Whatever that dice land, that's how many licks you're gonna get.
Good Lord.
He used to tear my behind up.
They always set the limit with most down here was like three, I think 3 or 4. So they all paddled 3 or 4 licks.
This was Chicago, and they went. We had a wood shop. They went and made a paddle, like one of them. What's that? What's that? It's a baseball game. What's cricket? Not cricket. Anyway, it was that big paddle, and they used to beat us with that. Shh, yeah.
Foosball
It was a big paddle.
on them. Oh,
It was a long paddle. The paddle was about that big with a handle, and they used to tear behind up.
I remember one of my mama's good friends. She had a paddle at home where she used to whoop her kids with. Hey, she didn't play. Every time I went down there and play with her son and stuff, my mama was down there playing cards and stuff. Hey, you know to walk the line. She didn't play. She
That's
didn't
it.
play. She was gonna tear you up, boy. She gonna take some of that skin off of you.
Sure. Hey. I never called my mama by her first name until, let me see. I think I didn't call my mama by her first name. I was over 50 years old.
I don't think
And
I
it was plain when I said it. Other than that, I never call her by her first name. I just did it to play. That was it.
I don't think
And
I
then
ever called my mama by her name.
she look at me and give me that look.
Yeah. I seen a couple of teachers like that with paddles with holes drilled in it.
That's what we had.
Lord.
That
I
fella
call it
just sucking
suction
me
cup.
in.
They stick to your booty every time they pack. Wow, good Lord. Suction cups.
Now, I don't know if y'all had.
Law
When
right
I was in school, we used to have, the females used to have it was a one piece that they put on, but it was shorts. It was a one piece. And the girls and the boys, we had a shirt and a short. And the girls, we were flipping and doing all this stuff in the gym. And I told her, I think it was the male gym teacher. I said, "Hey, she's sick. She bleeding." And they looked at me like I was crazy. I said, "She bleeding." And one of the female gym instructors went over there and picked her up and dragged her over to the locker room. She started her period. You know, they tried to beat me for that, for saying she was bleeding. Nobody else saw it, but I saw it. So they tried to punish me because I did something that was good.
That's good. Happy Mac said they got the wood yardstick at their school. Just once was enough for them.
Hey.
We used to get them across our hand, them yards. Wow.
Well, hey, let's go through that whole. Let's go through that whole scenario. What was you beat with?
Proud to be.
Hey,
my mama had a big, thick leather cowhide belt. She used to call it Brownie. Brownie wasn't no joke. Or they'll make you go out there and pick your switch. Or stitching cord. They find a stitching cord. You were bad enough, you gonna get that. You liable to get a stitching cord across your butt.
My granddaddy had a shaving belt that they sharpened the razor with, and he also had a fan belt. And whenever he get ready to build, he said, "Go get the power saw."
What?
He said, go get the power saw. That power saw let you know you getting ready to get your behind toe up.
Oh no.
I done got beat with an extension cord. I done got beat with a racing track. I done, I done got beat with the broom handle.
Whatever they get their hands on.
That's it.
You hit upside here with a cane.
Shoot, the closest thing that's in their hand reach, that's what you're gonna get beat with. They didn't do all the stuff now. I'm gonna
Them
wait till
cane poles, though, I'm telling you, them cane poles will put some licks on you, boy. Oh yeah, they
I
hit you
know
in
it.
the legs with them cane poles. Oh my God.
Hey, especially when they just don't want to break.
Yeah, they don't break. They don't harden it off. Swat, swat. Good Lord. You have big, thick webs on your legs, boy.
And then now my mama, she'll wet me up and say, go get in the tub, take a bath. After you finish your bath, after you done soaked down and everything, go to bed.
Yep.
So I can relax my body and everything. So when I get up to school in the morning, I can put on my long pants, my long sleeve shirt, and go on to school. And that like ain't nothing happened.
You be in the room after you get a whooping. I'm
Hey,
running away. I'm running away. I'm
that's
moving
it.
to this place.
Now, when I was in the military,
Pick them a switch. Yeah, I hated that, boy.
yeah. When I was in the military, all the guys are talking about, man, I'm going to get this tattoo right here. I'm going to go get this tat. I roll up my arm. I said, you see any tats on me? I said, you see that little horseshoe looking thing right there? I said, all that right there. That's what my mom put on me. That's the only tattoo I got from whooping my behind.
Oh, look down.
I got a good one for you, Odom. How old was you when you got your last beating?
Man. I think it was end of my sophomore year, I think. When I got caught getting drunk at school. So I was probably before I started driving, so I was probably about just gonna be 16.
I got my last beating at the age of 17. We were just getting finished with the junior year and everything. No, it was I think we had 1 or 2 weeks left before school's out. I told my mom, I am not going to school no more. I'm done with school. My mom, she said, oh yeah? She said, okay, okay. Man, I went in the room. I'm the big man and everything. The only thing my mama did was went in the room. My mother's a nurse. She went, got out of her uniform and all that stuff. She came back in the room.
Good Lord.
She said, when you gonna quit? She said, when you quitting school? I said, I'm
16.
quitting school right now. I ain't going back no more. Or my mama, she took my mom, that lady right there, tall. Back then she like she was 6'4". She threw me on my bed. She had extension cord. She whooped my behind. I graduated number 34, 1500.
Yeah, they didn't play about them grades back then either, boy.
I graduated number 34 out of 1,500 students.
They
So
didn't play
you know
about
I
them
had to
grades.
do good.
It's a different time we living in, man. I can't
Yeah,
say I have to say some things are for the better. Some things just not. Some things
yeah.
just not. Some things are just so much worse than what we ever had.
Well, I think our biggest downfall is TV, computers, and other folks trying to run your family.
Yeah.
If they left the man in the house to raise his children at the way they're supposed to do it, I think a lot of us would have been better off.
That's right. I got my cousin. I got my cousin boyfriend to go to the bootlegger, and the bootlegger was my cousin. The dude that owned the bootlegger place was my cousin too.
Oh
And I
man,
got my cousin boyfriend to go down there and get it. It was some gin, but they put it in an early time bottle. So when they found it, the principal then found it. They called the police and everything. They said early time don't make no white liquor. So you don't tell him what you can be drinking. You could be drinking some turpentine. I said, I know what it is. I know it's gin. I got it from the bootlegger. I was drunk,
Hey,
bro. I
you
was
telling on yourself.
so
In high school, I had 2 sips of beer. The guy that's my brother-in-law now, we were just best friends, and I went over his sister house for New Year's. And my junior year, I went over their house, and everybody drinking and shooting their guns for New Year's and everything. So shoot, he went and got a beer. He went and got me a beer. I popped it open like a big boy. Took me another sip. I said that fell on the table. I ain't touched it. All I took was not 2 swallows, 2 sips.
when I was in
Man,
high school, I think it was when I was at my alcoholic limits right there. I used to be an alcoholic back then. In high
no,
school, man,
no.
we drunk like fish. We drunk like fish. My uncles then would give us beer like when we go out, like on a holiday or something. We all big family gather. Come on out here, boy.
I,
They give us a beer or give us a shot of liquor or something.
I think I think the most I ever drank was when I went to Korea, and all the old timers didn't mess with me, didn't want to show me what's what. So I went to the club, and I didn't know nothing about no alcohol in there. I told the dude, I said, "Give me a tequila sunrise."
We
Uh,
was on that Mad Dog 2020 and Wild Hours Road. One time I was 14, I was about 23.
I took the tequila
Water.
sunrise. It was sweet. It had a nice taste to it, and put a little fruit and an umbrella in that felt. I said, "This ain't bad." Find out I wasn't drinking no real alcohol. Then when me and all the soldiers go out to the club together, whoever finished their drink first get mine. They got to give me the empty glass. I put the empty glass in front of me. They get it.
When I was in high school, I grew up in the era where we had a lot of bonfires and keg parties and stuff like that. That's what we did. So every once in a while, somebody sneak a big old bottle. They get us a big old bottle from somewhere. We drank,
Like I said,
we,
he was an alky.
we would drink Everclear
Oh man,
with Hawaiian punch. We would chase it with make a drink out of it. Man, we used to be tore up. We used to be some drunk. I'm telling you.
now what is it called? Boone's Farm.
Boom,
Boone's.
yeah, we drunk that too.
Now see, that was really Kool Aid.
Yeah,
So what
it
I
had a
did was,
little alcohol in it.
it wasn't enough to, it wasn't nothing. So I took me. We had a party. I took a bottle of Boone's Farm apple wine with
Like
me.
a rock star.
Went downtown to the Ville, and the girl I was talking to, she drunk it, and she was slap drunk. I said, "Ain't no alcohol in here. This is 1% alcohol." She was slap drunk. I
What
said,
about them screwdrivers? Y'all ever drink it? We used to drink them with screwdrivers too.
"No."
And Crown Royal. Crown Royal.
Went
Screwdriver, Crown Royals, and Canadian Mist. We used to drink that like fish too.
went to Germany, and we do courtesy patrol. The sergeants, 2 sergeants get up, and they check the soldiers and stuff while they're out at the clubs and all that stuff. And this one club we walk in, and me and this other guy, this other E6, we walk in. First thing they do, they give us a glass of what is the name of that thing? It's alcohol and Coke. And I told the lady, I said, no, dog, I done forgot how to speak German. I told her, no, I don't drink alcohol. And she misunderstood me, and she thought I was saying not enough alcohol in it. So
Just put more.
she brought me another Coke, and I tasted. And I sat it right there. And the E6 that was with me, he was just looking and smiling. He an alcoholic. He was just looking and smiling. The fourth glass that she brung me was the only one she got right. What she did was she kept adding more liquor and more liquor and more liquor. 3 glasses was full of the last glass, the third glass had more liquor than Coke. And then finally, when I told the lady, I said, "Bring me Fanta."
Thank you for coming.
I told her, "Bring me a Fanta." Fanta's an orange soda. Once she bring the orange soda, she said, "Oh no, you don't drink." You know, I said, "I told you that from the longest. I don't drink." And the E6 that was with me, he just sitting there smiling, just drinking. I had to take him back to the barracks and get somebody else to finish do our job for the night. He sat there and got drunk off of my drinks.
Dude, we used to get so drunk and out in the woods. We used to get drunk out there. Where we stayed at, I stayed in an apartment. And I was like, yeah, I'm finna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Man, I ain't never come back. Every time I told him that I ain't come back, I was tore up. I can barely make it in the house.
Hey, Rios family. I don't
That
know if you.
Everclear and Hawaiian Punch will have you praying to the whole Almighty over that commode every time you drink it. Every time I was in the commode, just early praying, Lord, I never drink again. If you just let me live. I'll never take another drop.
Man, I was sick at Fort Stewart. I was a I was a sergeant, and I told him so. I said, "Y'all need to stop drinking all the time. Y'all just drinking act stupid." And one of the soldiers, he said, "Man, you can't handle your liquor. You can't handle your liquor." And I drunk it just to make a point. I drunk, what was that thing called? I don't think it was Mad Dog, but it was something strong. I drunk a glass of it, and I said, "After you drink it, go sit yourself down, watch some TV, chill out." I went and sat down, watched TV for a while, went to sleep. Next morning, they said, "Man, you were beating your head into the wall." I buzzed it. I said, "Nah, all these walls around here is nothing but brick. If I was beating my head up into the wall, don't you think I have some scars or bandages or something?"
Uh,
They trying to make me think that I was totally drunk. I said, "Nah, I know what to do when that stuff hit me. That's why I don't do it."
yeah, that ain't for me. Back in, it was fun, I guess, because we was all around doing it. We were just experimenting, getting, just now started drinking. So, and we weren't even old enough to drink. So, it was fun back then. Now, I don't know. Once I got old, I always kept a bottle. Brandy was always my thing. I kept a bottle of Parmesan. Kept Parmesan in the freezer at all times. I got where I quit drinking it. I used to come home and drink a couple shots when I get off work every day. Man, the last 6, 7 years, I ain't into drinking no more.
The only alcohol I used to overindulge and I was a pig with. I just get it and drink it and drink it and drink it. The only alcohol I was a fool with was communion. Communion. That was it. Communion was it. I was grape juice. That's the only thing I popped.
And what the people in the chat, what was the first alcohol that you ever drunk? Was it a beer or was it some type of liquor? I think my first was a beer that I got from one of my great uncles. I don't know, it
My,
might have been some LTD though, because I used to drink LTD back then too.
my
Which one or
first,
two? Is it a beer or some LTD?
I think my first one was a liquor because it came in a real big tall bottle. The bottle is big at the bottom and it was skinny. And my mother's boyfriend, he used to drink a lot, and that's the only one. I took some. I was 7 or 8 when I did that, and I drunk some of that, and that fella burned my mouth. I ain't touch it again. Never.
I can't remember which one it was. I can't remember if it was a beer the first thing I had or some LTD. I used to drink that wild turkey too. The wild turkey on the rocks used to be something serious, boy. With Coke for a chaser.
No, I ain't never really been a drinker, especially when that alcohol burn your mouth. No, no, no.
There's some bad headache hangovers to get over too. Is that Mad Dog 2020 boy? Whew,
My
that's a
wife,
rough hangover right there. Rough.
my wife, she cooked ham, and it was some alcohol that she asked my son to get, and that thing sat in this refrigerator for 6 years. My son just took it out last Christmas. She used it for cooking, and it's been sitting in there all this time, and he just took it out Christmas.
I think I still got moonshine in my freezer. Been up there for a couple years.
Oh shoot, that thing gonna eat your inside out.
I ain't gonna drink it. Gonna end up getting pulled out if the kids don't drink it.
Oh man.
Now, they might have been drunk it though. They some drunk.
No, I could do without the alcohol. I keep drinking my water.
They some drinkers, boy. I can't do it no more. Well, it's about that time to get up off here. We've been on here for 2 hours just talking, rambling.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with
It's
that.
supposed to been. It's supposed to been. Well, it wasn't supposed to be about nothing because this is get off your chest. We talk about everything over here.
Hey, I got too much to get off my chest. I can't let it out.
That's what we do. I appreciate y'all coming through. I appreciate the likes. Like I always say, God be for you. Who could be against you? No one.
Y'all be blessed. Have a good one in the chat. Brother Odoms, peace.
You too, man.